Jambo, naitwa Japheth Nyamari. Mimi ni Mkenya. Nilizaliwa hapa Minnesota. Samahani, naomba niongee Kizungu. I'm 19 years old. I worship at Faith Church International in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. And I sing bass for my church choir and divine vocals, Twin Cities Chorale, and I sing bass here for Called to Serve Ministries. I'm here to testify on how God has been faithful and good to me in my life. And the words that really speak to me in the song Tungewezaje is tulipopatwa na magonjwa na leo tu wazima. At a young age, I was very energetic, playful. I loved playing sports. I had a lot of friends. I loved going to church. I loved singing. I just loved doing things, little kids love to do. And unfortunately, I got very sick. I got sick. So my parents would take me to appointments, set up appointments. I would go get checked by the doctors. Nothing's wrong. They don't know what's going on. And, I'd come back home and go back to appointments. And it was a cycle until one day I got really sick and I got admitted to the hospital. Sleep for long periods of time. I wouldn't eat. It was just a difficult time. I got admitted to the hospital on a Wednesday, and my parents were very worried because they didn't have any answers. They weren't getting any answers from the doctors, and things weren't getting better. But as the week went on, my pastor came to my bedside, or the hospital room that I was in, on a Friday, and he prayed for me, and God was good. And the next day, Saturday, I was discharged from the hospital. So the next day, I had a basketball game, and I was very weak because I'd been in the hospital. I'd not eaten anything, but I love playing sports. I have a passion of playing sports. I was like, I need to go play. My parents were like, I don't know. But I put on my jersey. I was ready to go. I put on my sweater. I got to the game, but unfortunately, my coach didn't allow me to get into the game because he knew I had been sick. I was a little weak, but he did put me into the game at the end, and it was good. My team won, even though I didn't do much. My team won, and it was fun. After that day, I continued to get sick, though. I thought the sickness was gone, but I continued to get sick. It was episodes on and off for a year. And, my family was just worried, like, what is going on? What is this sickness? So they prayed without ceasing. They prayed a lot, asking for answers, asking for healing, asking for God to hear their prayers. And that's one thing about my family. They pray a lot, and they pray faithfully. We really believe in the power of prayer. And myself, I am a living testimony of my family praying and praying and praying. Me and my sister are 18 years apart. So my sister was the only child for 18 years. And she prayed to have a sibling, have a brother or a sister, and God blessed them and heard their prayers because they were faithful. And I was born 18 years later. And this just is a small taste, a small portion of what God can do in your life if you pray and pray without ceasing, because He is faithful and He will answer your prayers. And I'm here as a living testimony. I got very sick, but through prayers of my family and other people, I'm well today, and I've never had those episodes. I've never had that sickness ever. And I hope I'm speaking to someone who, if you are going through a sickness that you feel that is never ending, that you feel like you need God to answer your prayers. I'm telling you, do not give up, because God can hear you. He knows your every need. He knows what you don't even know you need. So I urge you to don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Continue to pray, and He will answer your prayers. Tulipopatwa na magonjwa, na leo tu wazima, tungewezaje pasipo Bwana?